Alright, so I've been trying for the last week or so to go ahead and make a video of me re-recording my debut single, My Way, back in the day, off my debut EP, self-titled aM.Ess. Go check it out. Last year we re-recorded and remixed and remastered a couple of songs from that EP, Been Trippin' and Poppin' Up. Those are the two that we did. So we're gonna continue this with redoing My Way, because back then the vocal stems, the quality of sound that I was giving to everybody to mix and master was not there. So I'm going back to redo all of these that I feel uncomfortable with, and to more or less show the progress of what I'm learning. You know what I mean? I'm going to be applying everything that I've learned this far to the remixing and remastering of My Way. So I'm going to be working on giving you a detailed look at how my process is. So stay tuned. All right, what I'm showing you now is the track heads. I named them, I labeled them. I'm ready to go hard for My Way. First track is going to be verse 1, then I'm just going to follow it with a dub V1, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to start recording first verse, then we're going to go into dub V1. Hope you're ready to enjoy. Ay. May have been lost, but I found my way. Yes, I'm a boss, so no time for breaks. At a loss when I'm crossed, so I stay away. No time to talk, special routes and fakes. Sleeping knowing that's my weakness. Game with no strings, my ascension seamless. Lucid retreat, activation sequence. Please keep quiet, though, about to start peeking. Yeah! Okay, that's the vocal stem that was recorded. As you can see, it's pretty thick, as I like to say. It's pretty even, meaning it's the same above and below. So it's pretty dead on right there. I solo it out, and I was looking for reflections. I only heard a couple reflections, so I might do it over again. You want to mitigate how many reflections come back to the microphone, because it messes up the signal and it screws up compression and whatnot. So I'll be right back. All right, so we just finished the main part of the verse 1. What I'm going to do now is go through and re-record the dub verse 1. So I'm not going to copy and paste the same file that we just recorded and then bring it down. We're actually going to record a whole new instance of the verse, something to layer underneath it. So usually when I do this, I like to complement the main verse as much as possible. My go-to is to lower my voice because I have a low voice. So instead of having it, may have been lost, but I found my way, right? It's going to be, may have been lost, but I found my way. Kind of making it a complete, a better vocal in my experience. And this is just my process. It doesn't have to be everybody else's. I would suggest that for dubs, you don't just copy and paste. I would recommend you complementing the main vocal with the dub vocal in a different way. It's hard to explain, but you'll see soon. All right, as you can see, we're done with the dub of the verse 1. So I got verse 1 and dub V1 completed. I was gonna play it back so you could hear it. Yeah. Go dummy, Kyle. May have been lost, but I found my way. Yes, I'm a boss, so no time for breaks. At a loss when I'm crossed, so I stay away. No time to talk, special routes and fakes. Make no mistake, throw them out here working. Just another coat, cause deep down lurking. So where my soul is the heaviest burden with a pain. So all that won't stop hurting. What's my purpose? Tell me my reason. Using these drugs to battle these demons. All right, so what you just saw was what the main verse fundamentally will sound like. Obviously, it's really dry. There's not any processes. It's simply going from the microphone to the interface into the DAW, digital audio workstation. After I get done with my processes, now this is every single verse, basically. And this is at least what I do. I'm getting to a point where I will also be experimenting with layering certain vocals from different pitches and all that stuff. But as of right now, this is the very basic way I set all my songs up. Main verse, dub that verse, chorus, dub that chorus, and then verse 2, dub V2, all that. Hopefully you will be able to see my process. A lot of running back and forth. Hey, that's the process. That's how we do it. So I'm gonna keep it running this time for the second verse. Did what it did, we no mistaking this shit. This kid spits with unforgettable flip. All right, so I'm gonna just keep going. It is what it is, no mistaking this shit. This kid spits with unforgettable flip. Fits full of hits, got me feeding for a trip. I'm Uber lit, better call it Lyft. All right, so that was the second verse. So this is just a checkpoint. What I'm doing is getting ready to move to verse 3 and dub verse 3. I've been cruising right along. The verses are probably the easiest part about the song. The chorus of this song was done on the fly. If y'all can remember, I'm just speaking in the chorus in my way. At the time when I was recording it, I didn't feel like coming up with a chorus. I didn't devise things, I didn't plan things out like I do now. I was more or less a excited rookie to just get out there on the field. I did a lot of things, I overlooked a lot of steps when I first recorded this, hence why we are coming back to it. At the time, I was comfortable with it because I wanted it to be known that I was an artist. In retrospect, I probably should have planned and strategized a little better. But I say that to say this. If you have a song that you want to redo, why not redo it? Now, I can't put this on like DistroKid, or I can't distribute it through all the stores because it wouldn't have the same ISRC, which is the barcode for your song. And I'm unsure of how to go through taking it down and replacing it. I'm sure it's easy to do, or not easy, but I'm sure there's a way to replace it with using the same ISRC. Regardless, you could redo it. So I'm redoing it, I'm redoing this, and then putting it on my SoundCloud. That's where all my remixes and all my remasters are anyway. What we're gonna do now is go into verse 3, and then after that, I'm gonna swing back around and talk my chorus, and hopefully that'll be enough to give you an idea about what it's like to be recording at a home studio. Again, this is just my process. This isn't everybody's. I'm sure people have like microphones set up right here so it's easy for them to stop and whatever. I feel better about rapping or performing or recording while I'm standing up. It's a lot easier to breathe that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this rolling for verse 3. Hopefully this gives you a better understanding. Staying on my job, that's the best I could do. Do what I love for some revenue. Used to be a dream, now it's clearly in view. I'm building a dream, what's it mean to you? Never half step, bitch, I'm all in. Standing tall, you don't sit while you brawling. Alright, so I finished all the verses, verse 1, 2, and 3, all the dubs. Now I'm gonna circle back around and grab and record my chorus. I'm just gonna push it through. As long as you have appreciation on your mind and love in your heart, and all your actions are aligned to what you truly love. See, what needs to happen next is that we have to come together. You are only limited by who you think you are. And from my experience, you change your mind, you change your life. What you just witnessed was the fundamentals of my process. So I wish it was more interactive so I could show y'all exactly. I'll probably go on there and do some ad-libs real quick. But for the most part, that's it. I'm gonna throw this together and see if I can get something comprehensive by next week. After this, we will be mixing and mastering it, and then you will be able to hear the final product when I drop this. So I hope you guys have a great day, great weekend, great week. Whenever you watch this, I hope everything works out for you, okay? It's always love.
Yeah. Hey. Go dummy, Kyle. May have been lost, but I found my way. Yes, I'm a boss, so no time for breaks. At a loss when I'm crossed, so I stay away. No time to talk, especially around some fakes. Make no mistake, though I'm out here working. Just another coat, cause deep down lurking. Somewhere in my soul is the heaviest burden with a pain so old that won't stop hurting. What's my purpose? Tell me my reason. Using these drugs to battle these demons. Other than that, I'm always scheming for a better life. I'm always fiending. Ain't no sleeping, or that's my weakness. Game with no strings, my ascension seamless. Lucid retreat, activation sequence. Please keep quiet though, about start beaking. Yeah, as long as you have appreciation on your mind and love in your heart, and all your actions are aligned to what you truly love, there's nothing on this planet that can stop you. Don't believe me, just watch. It is what it is, no mistaking this shit. This kid spits with unforgettable flip. Fist full of hits, got me feeding for a trip. I'm uber lit, better call it lift. Yeah, I'm slick, you'll never see me slip. Got tabs to lick till we kick it at the Ritz. Pass on the fifth, that needs me a zip. In a box full of sticks, we finna get lit. Only interested in what matters most. Hear me wildin' on these drugs. Best believe it ain't to boast. Coping taught me many things. Now I'm finna go for broke. Plan is for y'all to hear me out. All the way from coast to coast. Minding my business, praying I can witness everything I planned on. I need y'all to listen in order to envision all that you're missing. Cause the life you live in ain't really hitting. Change I'm with it, it's obvious though. Coping with life with copious smoke. Keeping it all loud on my boisterous host. Wild and awake and danger the most. See, what needs to happen next is that we have to come together and unite and realize that there is more to life than the average everyday rat race. You know what I'm saying? We deserve more than that. Best believe. Staying on my job, that's the best I could do. Do what I love for some revenue. Used to be a dream, now it's clearly in view. I'm building my dream, what's it mean to you? Minding my biz, but I'm kinda confused. Y'all walk around blind cause they got y'all fooled. Thinking they slick, trying to hide the truth. But this whole time it was hidden in you. Can't let it show, but I'm working on my patience. Go with the flow, my soul needs some maintenance. Can't forget, we must commit. Other than that, man, fuck being famous. Pick up quick when the universe called it. I give a fuck who be rich or ballin'. I never have step, bitch, I'm all in. Standing tall, you don't sit while you brawlin'. You are only limited by who you think you are. And from my experience, you change your mind, you change your life. So what's that mean? All of this is in your head. Yeah!